Hello all you beautiful people out there. My name is Mikey, and I want to talk to you guys about a new and exciting project that I think everyone can enjoy. This project was created by me and my friend Shanae, who you will soon meet in part 2 of this video. The project's name is the Memory Tree, and this is how it works. Part 1 of the project. A tree or plant is planted to represent someone or something in your life that is important. Part 2 is you mark whatever it is that you planted with an inscription or an impression or a print. And there are a number of possibilities for what it is that you want to represent that's important to you in your life. It could be a newborn baby, you take an impression of their feet, plaster, or it can be someone who has passed away who is important in your life. And you can make an inscription of their name on wood, or you can paint it on a stone. It can be a special event in your life, maybe graduating high school or graduating college, maybe getting married, maybe getting divorced. Maybe it's sobriety, maybe it's independence, something along those lines. To give you an example, my partner and I actually did the Memory Tree project, and I would like to show it to you guys. Let's go inside. Now, if you're someone like me, who lives in the city and is renting a space that you live in, and the soil that you have in maybe your front yard or your backyard isn't actually your own, you're kind of borrowing it, then potted plants are your best friend. So, our Memory Tree project, we used our citrus plants. Now, we got this guy when we first moved into our place last summer, to our new home. And he was actually pre-potted. He was about half the size that he is now, just to give you an idea of how fast they can grow. And you don't have to start like that, you can do seedlings. But he represents our relationship and this new milestone in our relationship and what that means to us. Now Shanae is going to go over with you guys what ways in which you can mark your projects. For our project in particular, we marked it with white acrylic paint, and we did an impression of our handprint. This is just one way that you can do it. We're on a budget, and so the cement wasn't exactly in that budget, but if you want to do it that way, it can come out a lot nicer. You can do a little bit more with it. But we just decided to keep it simplistic, and I think it turned out pretty nice. Anyway, you will notice in the description below that we made a list of small local businesses and farmers markets that you can visit to get your seeds or your pre-planted plants to use for your project. If we missed some, by the way, just leave that in the comments. We'd love to hear from you if maybe there's a good one that we didn't think of or we didn't know about. And it's good to know. A good point to make is that just because we have a list in our description of the places that you can go, those are just suggestions. So if you're at your local bigger business hardware store and you fall in love with a potted plant or a packet of seedlings, you really want to plant them, but you're like, wait, no, they gave me a list. I'm going to stop you right there. This project is your own. So if you want to plant those seedlings, if you want to take that potted plant home, that is your decision. We can't change that for you. This is your project. The number one goal of this project is for you to enjoy the experience. On that subject, we ask that while you are on the Memory Tree project page, that you remain positive and courteous. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let us know via email. The email is down in the description for you. We would love to hear from you. And speaking of which, we want to see your projects. We want to see pictures. We want to hear about what your memory tree represents. We want to know what struggles that you came across, what struggles that you had, maybe something you would do differently for your next project. As I said before, our number one goal is for this to be a good experience for you to take this project and make it your own. We want as many people as possible to take part in and enjoy this experience, to enjoy the Memory Tree project. This project has a number of benefits that we want to share with you. Like something as simple as a tree that you plant that provides shade for you in the summer. Or a tree that your children can climb when they grow older. Or a tree that fruits and you can create juice and desserts. Or maybe you live in an apartment like my last place that was just gloomy and you want to brighten up that space. By the way, later videos I will talk to you guys about plants that are low maintenance or don't need as much sunlight as something like out here on this porch that you can keep in that apartment that is just too dreary for you to stand in much longer. And not just that, even if you don't live in an apartment and you have a yard that is maybe missing a little bit of color, this project can add a little bit of beauty to that emptiness. And most importantly, we hope that this project will help you reconnect with family and friends and even yourself. And one final note, more videos are coming soon. We will have guest speakers, helpful tips, fun facts, and you'll see me struggle through learning some things that I just don't know yet. So that'll be fun. And remember, part 2 is coming soon with Shanae, the lovely Shanae, showing you the craftier side of the memory tree project and some sneak peeks into her later videos.